Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? We are out here on another beautiful day. We got the sun out shining in my face. Great time. Look at that beautiful thing out in the sky. Wow, it actually kind of looks cool on the GoPro. I haven't really seen that. The background and all the nature and stuff like that. It's really nice, even though we're just here at a park in the city, right? So anyways, today we're going to talk about all living things want to continue living. So I guess the first thing that I want to start off with saying is that death is the most unhealthy state of being. So I think we can all agree upon this when you kind of just stop and think about it. What is the worst possible health situation or health state? Is being gone, dying, right? Because you are at the unhealthiest part of your life because you are no longer existing, right? And that is the end of ourselves and all living things. And then we go back into the ground, right? And replenish the soil for all the grass and things like that. But yeah, so the life force and life giver also is the sun, right? That's the highest power that we can see right here. So yeah, all living things want to continue living. This is why, for example, like when you go out to the forest and you see a deer, they're very skittish because their natural instinct is to get away from anything that they're unfamiliar with, which is actually, I guess, another topic that I could talk about, is that unfamiliarity is uncomfortable and it's not necessarily good for us, because I think a lot of times we talk about, or we've been told like, oh, you know, like you shouldn't always be in a comfortable place and things like that. That's actually not true, because you want to avoid stress as much possible, which kind of aligns with this, like, all living things want to continue living. And I think that's why a lot of people maybe who are seen as lazy, it's not really like a problem, because they're basically, it's their body's natural response saying, okay, this is really stressful, I don't want to do it, I'd rather just like lay here and chill, not do anything, because that's going to make me live longer because it's less stress, right? So all living things want to continue living, and typically they try to preserve themselves as much as possible, which would include eliminating as much stress as possible, right? So animals like deer, I guess you would call them prey or whatever, they run away from predators or anything that like makes them uncomfortable or uneasy, because they want to continue living, right? Things like plants have phytochemicals and other defense chemicals in them because they don't want to be eaten. So since, like, for example, like the grass right here, it's actually really green, really nice. So it's actually, yeah, it's January now and the weather is really beautiful today. I'm really appreciating like how nice this is looking. Oh, look at this squirrel. It's kind of funny, like these squirrels too, like they kind of don't really run from you. It's probably because they're like kind of used to people. I don't know if you can really see him, but he's like right there. But yeah, they're super cute, and like the way they run sometimes. I actually did see one of them with some trash in their mouth earlier. I was kind of like disappointed in that, because yeah, people just like leaving their trash up here and stuff like that. And yeah, there's like homeless people all up in the other part over there of the park, so I wasn't like able to go over there because I'm trying to like video away from people, right? But I want to be outside and in nature, and like it's nice to be up here at the park, right? So but anyways, yeah, so plants have like defense chemicals because they don't want to be eaten. So like for certain animals or whatever, if you don't have those enzymes to break down plants and things like that, like us, or carnivorous animals, the plants are going to mess you up because they don't want to be eaten. Which is also why, like, for example, like seeds have the most defense chemicals in them, because the plants don't want their seeds, which are their children, right? They put all their energy into preserving their children as much as possible, which is what all animals do and all living things, right? So like, for example, us, we would also do the same for our children. We would sacrifice ourselves for them. So yeah, but all living things want to continue living, and I think this is instinctual in like the way, like with our instincts and like how we survive, like know what to do. Like for example too, if you feel pain, you try to avoid pain as much as possible, like I was talking about with the stress too. Like a lot of people or animals, they try to avoid stress as much as possible. Animals run away from each other because they don't want to be eaten. I'm trying to think, I got another point here about, oh, that's a reflection. reflection of the camera, about all living things wanting to continue to live. But if you look, I guess like even birds get pretty spooked easily. They fly away. There's a lot of defense mechanisms that other animals have, like for example, if they're not as fast, which I think geckos are pretty fast, but like geckos, for example, they like blend in the trees and things like that. They have like camouflage. There's also animals in the sea, like is it a flounder? It's like the flat fish that lays on the ground, or the seabed, and it like hides in the sand and things like that. So there's a lot of different camouflage and mechanisms that animals have for surviving. They're like, some of them are really fast, like the antelope, but then the predator, like the cheetah, can catch the antelope a lot of the, well, I wouldn't say a lot of the time, but it's fast as well too. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other good examples. I think the camouflage one is really good because there's like animals who have adapted and can change their, octopus, like an octopus too. Octopus can change their color and camouflage with the environment that they're around, which is insane to think about. I do think when we're talking about these topics, more specifically with like animals and stuff like that, that people are, you know, trying to think what I was talking about for a second. There's like people walking all the way over here in this corner. It's kind of weird. All right, so the people are gone now. I guess the point that I was getting at is that it's actually kind of crazy, like the depth and complexity that animals have, and well, all living things have within this whole system of life that we live in. And I don't really know if we're actually supposed to understand all of it. Maybe that was the design, because I even question for myself if we actually were created. I mean, I assume that there was a creator, right? Because all this stuff is so complex, and sometimes even just like in regular daily life, I'm amazed by the complexity of everything and just like existing, right? So it's quite interesting. Talking more about like the animals and stuff like that, and their different adaptations that they have to specific environments. Like I've even seen some animals, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like just I mean, pretty much every animal has something very incredible. I mean, even humans have incredible capabilities. Like I was thinking before about like her hand-eye coordination for like shooting basketballs, for like driving cars, and like all the specific intricacies that you need as like a being in this reality to be able to do those things that we just naturally do and kind of take for granted because they're like built into us. But like when you really break down like the complexity of it, it's actually like crazy, because obviously the human is the apex predator of like this reality, right? So but yeah, I guess we're getting a little bit off topic. Those people walking, so there was literally people, so I come over into this corner, right, so I can specifically get away from people, and then there was like these elderly people that walked from over there around, came all the way on this outside of here, and then walked all the way back around just to get back on the sidewalk over there. So instead of just like staying on the sidewalk there and just like going around, they came specifically all the way over here to where I was. So I actually had that last time I was up here too. I know this is kind of a tangent, but it's kind of funny. I guess we can just talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I was making a video up here, I don't even know, it was like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was the last time I actually came up here and made a video. And I was in this corner again, and there was a guy that was walking his dog. Like he was like maybe 50, and he specifically came like over here and did the same kind of thing and like ran around. I think he was technically still kind of throwing the ball for his dog, so like it wasn't like super like weird to come over here, because he like is an open field, you know what I mean? You can see all over here. You want to come out here and like throw the ball for your dog. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird, because like I started moving away from him too. Like I started walking in that direction and kind of getting over there, and then like I went to a bench and he ended up like following me over there too. It's like, I don't know, people are like, maybe it's just me, but sometimes I feel like people just want to look for like any reason to like know what you're doing, or try and find something, oh, I caught this guy, he's being bad, you know, which maybe it's a natural instinct to like want to protect the area that you're at, you know, whatever, like we're talking about with all living things want to live. Like maybe it's just me being delusional, and it's really just them wanting to protect the area that they're in and whatnot. So, but yeah, all living things want to continue to live, reproduce, carry on their genes, right? It's kind of something that's just innate in all living things. It makes sense, because why would something live and come into existence and then want to immediately not live anymore, right? So I know that this is kind of like, when you break it down, it's a pretty straightforward thing and it's kind of obvious, but I kind of want to see if I can get a little closer to these squirrels. Some of them seem like really skittish, but other ones don't, and you probably can't even really see them anyways, because I got a action cam, like a GoPro. So okay, yeah, that one already ran away. Yeah, like they're so chunky, dude. I don't know if you can see them. There's like little chunkster right there and a little chunkster right there, and then there's like a little chunkster right there in the corner. So but anyways, I'm gonna head on out here now. I've been up here for about a half hour. I appreciate you guys going by. This was a little bit of a more jumbled up video, kind of bouncing all over the place, just kind of throwing out ideas for you guys, but hope you guys enjoyed. And hope you guys get out and enjoy the sun. It's always good to go out. If you want to get some sun, you should probably get at least an hour a day if you can. I know a lot of places don't. Like, we've had extreme fog warnings here and a lot of clouds and things like that. But if you can, typically go out around noon. I think the best time is like 11:30 to 12:30 technically, because when the sun is highest is at noon. So that's like the best time to get sun if you don't really have much time in your day to sit out and just get sun all day, which you probably shouldn't be doing, especially if you're like pretty pale like me. You shouldn't probably be doing more than like an hour until you get a little bit more tan and exposed to it, then you can do more. So, but anyways, peace out guys, and I will see you in the next one.